my optimism for Britain burns brighter than ever. Over £60 billion of shovel-ready investments from companies like ServiceNow, Eli Lilly and the Manchester Airport Group, which will help create over 40,000 jobs in the UK. That is a sign of the confidence that we now see in the British economy. And this investment will support the growth of businesses, big and small, helping them create new jobs, invest in new technology, and play their crucial role in this government's #1 mission: to grow the economy by being the most pro-business government that this country has ever seen. Now, we will only succeed in this mission if government and business work hand in hand to unlock the huge potential that I know that we have as a country. In our first 100 days in office, we've already begun to put those words into action. Policies to grow our economy developed and delivered alongside business. Removing the blockages in our planning system, ending the ban on onshore wind so that we can deliver homegrown clean energy, delivering the Basel reforms to help our financial services sector, working with the devolved administrations, mayors and regional partners to give them the powers that they need to grow their economies, resetting our relationship with our closest partners in the European Union, whilst also developing a new trade strategy and re-energising engagement with significant and fast-growing economies, from India to China and with our partners in the Gulf, and reforming our pension system to release investment. This is just a taste of what we've achieved in the last few months and where our priorities lie in the months ahead. And today, at this summit, we are sending a message for all to hear. We're ending years of instability and uncertainty. We are bringing investment and jobs back to this country. Britain is open for business once again. Now, I understand that for every business, stability is the foundation of success. In the next fortnight, I will be finalising my first budget as Chancellor of the Exchequer. And the situation that we have inherited means that we face difficult choices. The first step that we must take to grow our economy is to restore fiscal and economic stability. Because balancing the books by ensuring that we do not borrow for day-to-day spending is not anti-investment. In fact, it is the only way to ensure that government and business can invest with confidence. Discipline on spending, alongside investment in capital, is absolutely essential. The investment which government makes must be sustainable, with debt falling by the end of the forecast. It must provide good value for taxpayers' money, and it must be fully transformative so that we grow our economy in the years ahead. And it must crowd in funding from all of you, from the private sector too. Because investment means more than just numbers on a spreadsheet. It means that our startups can scale up and grow here in Britain. And it means good, well-paid jobs right across our country, like the £225 million investment from SEA, creating 750 jobs in state-of-the-art turbine production in Teesside. Or £200 million invested by Associated British Ports and Stena Line, creating 200 new jobs in Humberside. Or the £325 million investment from Holtec to help harness nuclear power, creating nearly 2,000 jobs in South Yorkshire. These investments, and many more like them, are at the heart of the Britain that we are building. So I will deliver a balanced approach at the budget on the 30th of October. Fiscal and economic stability, investment over decline, in a budget that will protect living standards, repair our NHS, and fix the foundations of our economy so we can build a stronger Britain. A critical part of that growth plan will be our approach to business taxation. We need to get this right, to balance the books while doing everything we can to drive growth and promote entrepreneurship, to create a tax system which supports wealth creation and increases business investment. That is our objective. And I know that providing certainty is right at the heart of that. The constant changes that we have seen in corporation tax in recent years have caused instability. So at the budget, this government will be outlining a corporate tax roadmap. We will cap the rate of corporation tax at 25%, the lowest in the G7 for the duration of this Parliament. We will maintain a world-leading capital allowances offer with full expensing and the £1 million annual investment allowance. And we will maintain the current rates for the research and development reliefs, which provide generous support for innovation. This is a vital step to deliver certainty and support businesses to grow. I also know that the detail here is important. You came to London not just for warm words, certainly not for warm weather, but you came because you want to understand how we will achieve our plans, how we will harness the opportunities of the future, whether that's the transition to net zero, advances in AI and digital technology, or building on our strengths in financial services. You've already heard today from the Prime Minister and also from the Business Secretary. The Prime Minister set out our plans to make Britain the best place in the world to invest, through economic and fiscal stability, a focus on Britain's standing in the world, and by working with regulators to put investment and growth at the heart of their work. The Business Secretary launched our new industrial strategy green paper, setting out the 8 sectors where we know that the UK has huge strengths and where we can do more to seize the opportunities of the future. Now I will set out further detail on 2 more steps we are taking to unlock long-term private investment. When I became Chancellor of the Exchequer, I made my first big speech 3 days later about the importance of growing our economy. I set out our plans to launch a new National Wealth Fund, designed in partnership with business through the National Wealth Task Force led by Mark Carney. Today, we are creating the National Wealth Fund and making it the UK's new impact investor. The National Wealth Fund will catalyse tens of billions of pounds of private investment into clean energy and our growth industries, like green hydrogen, carbon capture and storage, and gigafactories. From today, we are turbocharging the UK Infrastructure Bank, which will now operate as the National Wealth Fund. It will be headquartered in Leeds with a bigger team, more freedom, and an expanded suite of financial instruments, and more economic risk capital to ensure that the National Wealth Fund's investments can be even more catalytic. The National Wealth Fund will work with industry partners, including our metro mayors, to identify innovative transactions and deliver new, impactful investments right across our country. We will also bring forward legislation to give the National Wealth Fund a broader mandate, extending beyond infrastructure so it aligns with our new industrial strategy. The National Wealth Fund will also work alongside the UK's existing structures to better crowd in private investment. The British Business Bank deployed £3.5 billion to support over 23,000 businesses last year. But we need innovative vehicles that go further and faster, to leverage investment from new sources, like our pension funds, and to improve returns for savers and help our most exciting businesses to grow. If we want businesses here, not just to start up, but to scale up, we need to unlock long-term patient capital from private investors. To do that, we cannot just rely on old methods. So today, we are setting out our plans for the British Business Bank to take a more innovative approach through a new Pathfinder British Growth Partnership. This will create a new vehicle to crowd in pension funds and other institutional investment into venture capital funds and innovative businesses. The British Business Bank is aiming to raise hundreds of millions of pounds and to make long-term investments on a fully commercial basis by the end of 2025. The government will invest alongside the private sector to crowd in funding, to ensure that the British Growth Partnership delivers on this government's objectives, to increase capital for companies, deliver better outcomes for savers, and to boost economic growth. When we said that this government would end instability, when we said that we would make growth our national mission, and when we said that we would enter a true partnership with business, we meant it. In the last 100 days, we have put unlocking private investment at the heart of everything that we do. And today we have set out more than £60 billion of shovel-ready investments right across our country. Those aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet. It means new high-skilled jobs, from Aberdeenshire in Scotland, to Blythe in Northumberland, to Erin in North Wales, and many more places in between, with announcements on our new industrial strategy, a new investment minister, the creation of the National Wealth Fund, and an innovative British Growth Partnership. We are delivering on our growth mission, hand in hand with business. The decisions that lie ahead will not always be easy, but by making the right choices to grow our economy, to drive investment, we will create good jobs and new opportunities across every part of our country. That is the Britain that we are building, and that is the difference that we will make together. Thank you so much for being part of it today. Thank you.